Hello, and welcome to the Office of Justice Program's Territories Financial Support Center short video presentation on the Integrated Framework for Internal Controls. In this short video, I want to highlight 5 key components for building strong internal controls in your organization. These 5 key components are part of the Integrated Framework developed in 1992 by the Committee of Sponsoring Organizations of the Treadway Commission, also known as COSO. The framework was updated by COSO in 2013 and is widely used and accepted across a variety of organizations and businesses as part of an effective financial management practice. To learn more about this framework, I would encourage you to visit their website at www.coso.org. This video will provide a high-level overview and key takeaways of this framework. This video is also part of a set of materials developed by OJP TFSC that focuses on internal controls. These materials include a short video on implementing an internal controls policy and a job aid checklist, also focused on internal controls. The links to these materials are posted in the description below. So, here are the 5 key components for strong internal controls. There are a few important things to note. First, the order of the components matter. Just as you cannot construct an office building without completing the foundation, you cannot skip steps in designing, implementing, operating, and monitoring this internal control framework. Secondly, the components should not be considered discretely. Instead, they operate together as an integrated system. These components are interdependent with a multitude of interrelationships and linkages among them. So, let's briefly go through each one. Number 1, the foundation for implementing effective internal controls within your organization starts by establishing a control environment. A control environment is defined by a set of ethical values, standards, structures, and processes that have a pervasive impact on the overall system of controls. Often stated as tone at the top, building an effective control environment is directly influenced by the ability of an organization's leaders and managers to embody honesty, integrity, and build an ethical corporate culture. Next is risk assessment, which is how you identify things that threaten the achievement of your organization's objectives. Risk assessment will require management to consider the impact of possible changes in both the external and internal environment that may render internal controls ineffective. At number 3, we have control activities, which are actions performed under the direction of management to mitigate the risks to achieve the organization's objectives. Control activities are performed at all levels of the organization and throughout all stages within the business processes. An example of an essential control activity is separation of duties, which ensure that no single person has multiple roles in an accounting process. Next, we have information and communication, which is the organization's ability to convey information needed to perform control activities. This flow of information ensures that personnel, both within and outside the organization, have a clear understanding of their internal control responsibilities from senior management and that these control responsibilities must be taken seriously. Finally, we have monitoring activities, which involve identifying policies, procedures, and practices that are not working and correcting any identified deficiencies. This involves ongoing evaluations built into processes at different levels of the organization. To help better visualize this integrated framework of internal controls, COSO has developed a 3-dimensional cube representation of the key concepts. The 5 key components, which I just described, are represented by the rows that go across the cube. The 3 objectives, operations, reporting, and compliance, are represented by columns. These objectives are what your organization strives to achieve. Operation objectives pertain to the effectiveness and efficiency of your organization's operations, including operational and financial goals. Reporting objectives pertain to the internal and external financial and non-financial reporting that encompass reliability, timeliness, and transparency. Compliance objectives pertain to adherence to laws and regulations that your organization is subject to. The organization's levels of structure are represented in the 3rd dimension, allowing you to consider internal controls from individual, divisional, or operating units and/or functional levels. We know that organizational structures will vary across different types of organizations and agencies. The key takeaway here is that building and maintaining strong internal controls is a shared responsibility that cuts across all levels of an organization. Finally, I want to highlight the 17 integrated framework principles, which represent the fundamental concepts associated with the 5 components. You will see them listed out here, categorized along each of the 5 components. Because these principles are drawn directly from the components, your organization can achieve effective internal controls by applying all these principles. For a closer look at these principles, I would encourage you to review the handout by COSO. I have included a link to this handout for your reference in the video description below. In summary, the 5 key components of internal controls are needed to achieve the objectives of your organization. This system of internal controls will require the support of your entire organization to carry out their respective duties regarding internal controls. Again, I would encourage you to visit the COSO website to learn more about the integrated framework. As you can see, establishing and maintaining a strong system of internal controls is an involved process that will require everyone working together to achieve the mission and goals of your organization. Using the framework and other resources developed by COSO and OJP TFSC, you can create an environment and culture that supports strong internal controls. On behalf of the Territory's Financial Support Center, I want to thank you for listening. Please visit our website at www.ojp.gov/TFSC for additional resources, or contact us at ojptfsc@usdoj.gov if we can be of any further assistance. If you would like to stay up to date on our videos, click the subscribe button.
Thank you for watching.